What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are getting ready to fly Mission 2 of the Dragon's Fury campaign. So we're going to be jumping into the F-16, getting it started up, taxi takeoff, and then we are doing a cap patrol today. So we should just be loitering. We've got 4 missiles on board today. No dangly targeting pod, none of that. So yeah, just getting to know the area of operation around the Mariana Islands here at Guam, and hopefully nothing too crazy happens. I know yesterday we had that submarine that was where it shouldn't be. I don't know what to tell you about that, but let's go ahead and jump in, and then we'll get started. Alright, canopy down and locked.
Okay, let's get it going.
Batteries on.
Chief,
Parking brake on.
Clear for start. Clear front, clear aft.
Starter engaged. Comms on. RWR on. Countermeasure system on. Mode selected. Manual. Ejection seat armed. Ejection seat armed. Didn't sound like I was speaking English there for a second. Go ahead and uncage this.
Good start, 6-3.
Set the horizontal
EPU off.
indicator.
Clear to remove EPU pin.
Alright. So we're going to power up the radar altimeter and the FCR. We're going to shift home key to move the throttles into idle.
All clear for running.
And get the I on the S to start its alignment process. Here comes the jet.
Surface control check. Flight controls clear. Clear. Roll left. Check. Roll right. Check. Nose down. Check. Nose up. Check. All good. Bring it back code 1, please. Good luck. Contact ground after INS is up. Thanks, Chief. I'll do my best.
Alright, so the jet is powered up. The INS is aligning. Here shortly we will be giving taxi clearance. We'll taxi and take off. So we got about 30 seconds before the INS is aligned. At which point we'll turn on, we'll set it to nav, we'll turn on the data link, and then we'll be ready to start moving. So overall, this F-16 is quite an awesome platform. I know most of my early videos, or all of my early videos, started with the F-14. Nope, INS is ready. Just going to change that to nav. On. Now we should be ready. How do we check? Well, where's my... There we go. Data link armed. This is a friendly jet here. And we obviously can't see that. That's being given to us by the E3, so... Data link is up. So yeah, the F-16. Quite a jet. Quite a bit different than the F-14. The F-14 is very analog. The F-16 is very computer aided. That does not mean it's any less fun to fly. And in fact, I'll tell you a little story once we take off and get kind of airborne and on our way about my thoughts when I was younger, how that didn't play out, and kind of how my thoughts have changed since flying this jet a little bit. But I reckon, that's a southern term, I reckon we're about to get takeoff taxi clearance, so...
Ground, Uzi 1-1 with 1-2, taxi to the active. Uzi 1-1, taxi runway 24 left, right on Bravo, left on Kilo, hold short, 24 left. Right on Bravo, left on Kilo, short runway 24 left, Uzi 1-1, 1-2.
Alright, taxi clearance given, taxi clearance received. So we'll go ahead and taxi up to the runway 24 left via Bravo Kilo. So on today's adventure we've got 2 AIM-9s, 2 AIM-120s. Nothing else on board. Well, we've got 20 mil cannon rounds, but in terms of shooting things at people that invade your airspace, we're carrying the 4 missiles and then the cannon rounds. Same for Wild 2-2 or Uzi 2-2, Uzi 1-2. So 8 missiles between the two of us. Hopefully we don't run into a big pack of people. In fact, I'm not expecting to run into anybody, so this should be more than enough. It was not nearly remotely close to the center line, which is a little pitiful. So, sorry about that for you aviation purists. I'm also taxiing probably a little quick, so sorry about that. To the same group, because nobody else is going to notice or care. Alright, 2-4 left here. We're going to hold short.
Uzi 1-1, holding short, 2-1 left.
Yep, it says 2-4 left.
Wind 10848, left over for driver. Clear for takeoff, 2-4 left.
Clear for takeoff, 2-4 left, left for traffic. And then up to 25,000 feet at Steerpoint 1. Advanced set to mill power. Here we go. Speedometer's alive. Go ahead and rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Fly the runway. And then we're going to start our banked left turn and climb.
Uzi 1-1, contact departure on 119.8. Departure 119.8, Uzi 1-1. 1211, switch to departure 2 on uniform, push.
Feet wet out over the ocean. Good old Andersen Air Force Base here in Guam.
1211, check. 1-2. Departure, Uzi flight with you.
Uzi flight, radar contact, unrestricted climb, continue your flight plan.
Roger.
Unrestricted climb. Let's go. when I was growing up, I wanted to be an F-14 pilot. Thank you, Top Gun. When I graduated high school, that was still something I wanted to do, but I had to have a 4-year degree to go straight into the Navy as an officer. And even then, it's not like you're guaranteed a spot in the F-14, right? But unbeknownst to me at the time, the F-14 basically got retired at the same time that I would have graduated with a 4-year degree if I'd have gone for 4 years. Which means that even if I had gone that route and done all that, I still wouldn't have gotten to fly the F-14 in service. So, so I've flown a lot of it in DCS because I've loved that aircraft.
Busy flight departure, switch to Dark Star Control 355.5.
355.5, Uzi flight. 355.5, 3 on uniform, 1 on Victor, push.
12.
1211, check on uniform.
Loud and clear.
Dark Star Control, Uzi flight with you. Roger that. Radar identified. We'll be tanking here in a few, so we will go dark. No traffic in your area of operation. Continue with your flight plan. Roger that, Dark Star. Continue with our flight plan.
So, at the end of the day, I've flown the F-14 a whole lot. Loved it. The F-14 really got replaced by the F-18 in that multi-role carrier operations role. And I'll be honest, I've flown a couple of F-18s in the simulator, and I just never really cared for it. It just wasn't, I don't know, something about it I just didn't really care for, and I don't know what it is, so don't ask. But with that said,
Dark Star to all flights. Zip lip. Zip lip.
Zip lip only applies to in-game audio, so since I'm chatting with y'all, we'll skip that. I just won't talk to my wingman. But, at the end of the day, DCS does these trials where you can try out each airplane for like 2 weeks or something. I don't remember, you'd have to look it up. Don't get me lying to you. But I was like, I've seen a lot of videos about the 16. I wonder if it's as good as it says it is. I wonder if it's as good as people say it is. And so I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try that out. So I did try that out. I was like, all right, let's do it. So in that first week of owning the platform, or trying out the platform, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. So much so that I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase this, try it out. And so I did. I had a lot of fun. I flew it in VR for the campaign, and it was a lot of fun. There's a whole lot to learn.
Dark Star, RTV. Enfield, RTV. Uzi, climb to Angels 30. Stay on the blades. Save your fuel. Exit go. Enfield. Uzi, roger.
So, so I flew it quite a bit. To give you some idea, I love the F-14, I really do. I love flying it, but it is an unstable platform. This airplane benefits from technology out the wazoo. This thing is it's got computers in it that they couldn't have even dreamed of when they built the F-14. Okay, that's kind of, that's the truth of that. And so the F-14 was a platform with the first computer in it, ultimately, to do things like control the wings and the angle that they were deployed at versus the speed you were flying and the dynamics and all that other stuff, right? So it did have a flight computer. It was just very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was not advanced. It was in its infancy. So much so that if you fly the F-14 beyond its envelope, you'll rip its wings off. The F-16, on the other hand, I'm fairly certain won't allow you to do that, because it knows where it's at, what it's doing, and what it can impose on its airframe, its structure, what the pilots can take, right? So, to give you another example, you can't trim an F-14. You can, but it's man, is it difficult. And the issue is it becomes untrimmed very quickly based on speed, flow of air over its wings, and the wings themselves. The position that they are in at any given moment changes the airflow and the lift that's produced. And so you're constantly trimming that airplane if you want it to fly in a straight line. I've owned the F-14 for a couple years now. Flown it a lot, probably more than I'd like to admit. And in all that time, I've never been able to air-to-air refuel it. It simply isn't stable enough for me, somebody with thousands of hours.
We just got a call from up high that we just lost 4 satellites covering the Pacific, comms, and surveillance. Stand by for more.
There is no way that's good. You can't lose 4 satellites and have anything good happen. So, I have been flying that. I've got thousands of hours as a sim pilot. Never been able to air-to-air that thing. In the trial window of the F-16, that was something that I tried out, just because it is a whole different procedure. The boom comes over the canopy, not an arm doesn't stick out like the F-14, and so it's a different setup altogether. But within about 15 minutes of first trying, I was able to connect and take fuel. And that just kind of goes to the discussion around how stable this platform is.
Busy flight turn 290. I have multiple tracks. Nose is cold. Maintain ROI. Vector to intercept. I'll have them on your link in a few. Dark Star, Uzi, what the hell's going on? Right now, we are totally in the dark here.
So, at the end of the day, we're talking about the ability to fly the airplane. Now, this is a one-seater, so I manage all of it. The radars, the radios, comms, weapon systems, you name it, I'm in charge of it in this airplane. And an F-14, you've got that Rio sitting right behind you, taking care of a lot of those duties. Pilot's job is basically to fly the airplane and shoot people. The Rio's job is to identify all the other things that are happening. And I know, and I don't want to discount what the pilot does because it's a whole lot of work. I know because I've done a lot of it. They're also in charge of takeoffs and specifically landings. And on the carrier, that's a whole... Right, so they share responsibilities, but my point is, this airplane makes a lot of things simpler, and the result of that is you're able to do everything as a pilot, right? And so even things like the autopilot, which shouldn't be that big a deal, the F-14 really has a rudimentary. I don't even know that's what they used it for. I don't think you could use the F-14's autopilot to navigate waypoints. And maybe you could, but it was very rudimentary. In this plane, it's like, okay, steer points 1 through 5 are selected. My biggest complaint about the steer points and the autopilot in this plane is when I get to steer point 1, if steer point 2 is 45 degrees left or right, I don't feel like it turns fast enough to put steer point 2 on the nose. So like stupid quality of life things, and that's just, obviously this jet's not going to bank 70 degrees and pull 2 Gs to, that's not how autopilot works. So really, you know, but it has an autopilot. Right now I'm using the autopilot. It's got multiple modes and they're really easy, you know. And so my point is, this is a very different airplane, but man is it rewarding when you get it right. And so the F-14 I loved, the F-16 I'm going to admit that I really enjoy flying. And so if you're on the fence about, you know, if you're one of those seasoned F-14 people, or you like the older jets or whatever, I have thoroughly enjoyed this F-16. And so I'm excited to bring this series to y'all. And hopefully y'all enjoy the series with me as well as we move through this campaign. Quite a few missions in this campaign, so there's plenty to do. And so really looking forward to that with y'all.
Uzi 1-1, Dark Star. I have 20 plus tracks. They look like badges. No IFF, no radio. They are not scheduled, most likely Chinese. Viz ID, weapons cold. I repeat, weapons cold. I'll try to contact them. Do not engage. Dark Star, we have 2 Fox 3s and 2 Fox 2s each. And 20 Mike. This is not enough for 20 more planes. Do we know more? Negative, Uzi flight. We keep it professional for now.
Alright, I know we're 290.
You heard the guys, we don't do crazy stuff. We intercept and make ourselves known. Let's not do any crazy stuff around here.
But I see the planes on scope, so I'm going to go ahead and turn 280.
Negative. Hang on tight. We should have them on the HSD
Get them on the
by now.
nose. Well, and he's calling out 277. Let's just see what they do. If they turn to my left, they're right. I'll readjust. From here,
Dark Star, sort the bandits on the
I
left. Sorting left. Do we know more? Buddy, we got nothing. It's just me here with radios buzzing like mad. I don't have anything. We're scrambling more fighters. Negative. We're sending the alert bombers and tankers away.
So one thing I am going to do is I am going to turn like 260. What I'd like to see is if there's any more signatures to pick up. So this will do 2 things for me. Number 1, I'll be able to swing around and come up from behind.
Holy hell. If this is a strike on Andersen, we can't stop them all.
We can't engage now, but it's a smart choice. Those birds are more important than the base.
So I can J-hook to the right, pull up on their 6, so that way if something happens... Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if this hits the fan, we get to be aces. I'm sure we can take 5 each.
Where are we going to land?
Minor details at this point.
Is she wrong? No. Does my guy sound a little cocky? Yeah. But I'm a fighter pilot. That's what we do, right? We're all cocky because we're all hotshots, right? I don't know. That might just be a stereotype. So, at the end of the day, I am cutting to the left just to kind of make sure there's nothing else over here that's not being delivered by data link. And then at the end of the day, I can always J-hook around these guys. And in fact, they're kind of turning. I might not be pushing far enough to the left, but I do see them. Their tracks have them kind of headed at me right now, so let's see how it goes. Right now I don't have anything additional on radar, either the air-to-air radar or the satellite radar over here. No data link information, no nothing, so looks like it might be just these jets here to our offset to our right a little bit, and if that's the case, we'll just swoop in and take them down if they decide to be hostile. So they are now inside 160 miles. So this radar is set to 240, which means each of these gaps is 80, so 80, 160, 240. Alright, so that is 160 miles is as far as my air-to-air radar will search. Really want it to be narrow. Just check to see. Just making some adjustments to the radar. See if there's anything else out there. I don't see anything, so we'll fly this out. Again, they do appear to kind of be cutting back to the left here, to their right. I don't like that. They've just disappeared off of the radar. Oh, poof! There they are. Okay, so we do still have them. They're a little offset to our right. We're 275, 130 for 35, at 35. For those of you at home, that is not bra like my teenagers tell me. That is bra as in bearing range altitude. So we'll just keep pushing left here. Right now it seems like those are that's the jets. That's the bombers we're looking at. Everything I'm getting from AWACS is this group to the right. So we're up here with them at 30,000. Have to see how they play this out. Since I don't see anything additional on the scope, I am going to push back to the right. I'm going to put them on the left of the plane. If they are headed for Andersen, that'll help me scoop around and get behind them. Right offset, or left offset. Yeah, it should. Okay. put some dead ahead, dead ahead. Alright, we're gonna go 300. Get a little more offset, and then we'll circle back on their tails. That is our plan. So we do have a little bit of a left offset here now, as you can see from this monitor, this screen here. It's there, right there, coming in over here. Guaranteed. So we'll roll around on them, and then go from there. We've still got 80 miles separation. Wow, actually these guys are about 60 miles. With their trailers. We've got our rules of engagement, our ROE. We're not to fire unless fired upon. Now these are bombers, so they won't be firing at us, but I suppose if they drop ordnance, that's the same as being fired upon. Yep. 282 for 50 at 35,000. So we're actually a little lower than them. I might go ahead and take care of that situation now. My radar shows 33. Here very shortly we will be able to visually ID their altitude. About 20 miles now. I'll go ahead and start cutting. So we've got 4 distinct groups, which is a little concerning. So we got the group dead ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if there's oh, alright, so they are dead ahead. We got 5. If there's 5 planes in each flight, that would be 20 planes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if there's 6 planes, 6 and 4, that's 24 flights. That's really going to be a problem. There is no way to defend against that with 2 planes carrying a total of 8 missiles. Looks like the guy on the right is in the lead, so I'm going to go ahead and swing over. Yep, we are merged, 100%. I'd really like to not lose just an absolute ton of speed while I do this maneuver. Oh yeah, okay. I lost a little more than I would have liked to. That's what happens when you pull 3 Gs in a turn. So we do have this group right here in front of us. We've got a group to the right, a group behind us, and a group to our 4 o'clock as well. Now, I will say I'm not in love with the prospect of having to shoot down 6 airplanes. All these others. Yep, there's the other group right there. This is a problem. There's a lot of airplanes. So I'm closing the distance on this guy, so I'm going to pull back the throttles just a little bit because I don't want to be out in front of him if he starts firing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 5 on the screen. 6th is in front of us. Yeah.
They launched.
Oh.
Looks like Greyhounds and a lot of them.
Master arm on, air to air.
Uzi Dark Star declared hostile.
Oh, we're going to go bore.
Roger. Hostile weapons hot. 1-2, clear to engage. Sort right.
Alright, weapons out. That's 2 away. Pieces falling all off of that airplane. This one's still set to bore. No, it's on slave. Let's go back to bore. Flight, engage, bandits. Back over.
Splash.
So I'm just kind of working my way right to left.
Splash.
Oof.
Splash.
Okay. What is this dude? Is he still flying? Alright, missile away. There's no way that one doesn't get him.
Splash.
Okay, he's going down. There's got to be... Okay, it still shows one this direction. Okay, got eyes. Let's go see what's going on with this guy. going in. Well, I'm going to crash into him if I don't slow down. Ooh, I like it. He's hiding in the clouds. What do you got, sir? What do you got? Because I will absolutely shoot you with a rifle, with a... There's no way this dude's still flying. What are we doing? Okay. Alright. Okay, it looks like my guy's got that guy. I want this guy. Man, I don't have a ton of fuel, but this guy's not getting away from me. Let's go, airplane. Wait just a damn minute here. Where's this guy? He's at my elevation. He's at my altitude. Directly in front of me? Ain't no way. It's about 12 miles, it looks like. Forever, so let's set the bingo counter. So I've also got to return to base. This guy's dead ahead. Where is he at? $10 miles now, 10 miles. Right here. to be 5 miles here. Chasing phantoms. Got this guy that my wingman is chasing. Let's go help him out. Just gotta be mindful of my fuel consumption. We're down to just under 4,000. Climb to get to these two. Miles to our right. Let's back out a burner because, man, that chews through fuel. We're 2,800 pounds from coming up on bingo. Got him dead ahead. We got 470 knots closure. We're 6 miles. This guy's going down. 4 miles. Oh, there's 3 of them. 3 miles. Not entirely sure that I have enough ammo to take down all 3 of these guys. We're gonna find out. Just need to cozy up to this guy. 2 miles up, 170 knots closure. And we'll get close so that I can shoot the hell out of him. One mile. Boom. He's going down. where are you going, buddy? You know what the fighter aircraft is made for? Not putting up with your shit. Ain't no way you're outrunning me. Oh, where are you going? This other guy. Probably a bad idea to take my eyes off of my victim. Almost hit him. Like with my airplane. Here's what we're gonna do. Just went bingo. That's not good. Not near enough fuel for this.
Dark Star, Uzi 1-1, Winchester. Roger, how many? 5 or more. Damn it. We could have stopped them, Dark
Entirely
Star.
sure what I'm supposed to do, but
I know. I have 30 tracks of Greyhounds coming to Andersen and Saipan. RTB, go through your ejection checklist. You guys probably will have to bail out over the water. You won't have a place to land. How about Rhoda, Saipan? Negative, I have tracks incoming.
60 miles.
Tanker available? Negative, not for
I'm gonna
you.
get myself in trouble.
Screw that. I'm not gonna bail out of a bird that should get 5 stars on it. Find me a piece of straight highway. Uzi 1-1, you are the least of my priorities right now. Go Sim Plebin RTB.
Oof. I knew I was gonna get in trouble.
Can you believe this?
Pearl Harbor 2?
Hey, it makes sense with all the crap that was happening recently.
Are you going to ditch?
Hee
Hell
No.
no. I'll find it somewhere. I won't ask you to do it. Good job with those bombers.
Hey man, that was like shooting fish in a barrel.
I just don't feel like we did enough damage. Man, it's irritating. Alright. So we're 50 miles. 50 miles out. If I started descending now, pull back on the throttles and save myself some fuel.
Uzi Flight, are you on this frequency?
Easy flight is.
This is your trusty crew chief. You want to land this plane? That's firm. Where? Northwest field is available. The runway is clean. We have helicopters operating there all the time. What's the length? Is it usable? 8,000 feet. Paved. Or at least it's some sort of tarmac. Hey, it's used for training under austere conditions.
Okay.
That should be plenty. I'll put it there. Good, I have the crew there already. Use 21 right. Wind 108 at 8. Good luck. Out. Roger that.
Alrighty. Got a plan. Sort of. Pounds of fuel. Guarantee my wingman's way past bingo at this point. At this point we can absolutely dump altitude. Pull the throttles back even further. Throttles are at idle. Hopefully that preserves enough fuel for me to get landed. Alright, so northwest airfield should be here.
This is the crew chief. Waiting for you at the north field. We're doing a quick run for VOD. We're on the tarmac now and it looks good. We're pulling left on the taxiway. Parked there behind us. Thanks, Chief. What's the status? Bad.
That's not good. Alright, so I've still got a wingman. That's the good news. Down to just over 1,000 pounds of fuel, so we gotta get this right the first time. This didn't turn out to be so simple. Airfield in sight, 5,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and slow up. We're going to push to the right. Go ahead and line up to land. Now we won't have a poppy here. Have to visually do this. Go ahead and deploy the speed flaps, speed brakes. We're going to turn on, get ourselves lined up. Dropping gear. Three green, no red, which is a miracle at this point. You gonna land with me? Is that your plan? I better not be merged. That'd create a whole different problem. If I get shot down while trying to land, I'm gonna be pissed. Definitely a hell of a lot smoother. Alright, we got vehicles down here at the end of the runway. Oh. 874 pounds of fuel left.
Shut her down. Good job. Roger that. Not so good. I see the fires. Yeah, it's better than it looks. We'll be back before you know it.
Alright, guys. That is going to do it for us. So I guess, find out how we did. For that, let's go to the board. All right, so I can already tell you it's bad news. Only 6 of 18 planes got taken down. My share of that's going to be 2. Oh, 3. Okay, so I took down half the planes that got taken down. Those AIM-9s, man, they just don't pack enough punch. That's unfortunate. So, results, 100%. Mission complete. Score, 150. 50 points for each of those 3 planes. Otherwise, that was not the gentle cap that I was hoping for, and that is probably going to start World War III. So, we'll just have to see how things play out in the next episode, but for now, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. This has been Rick and SX. Have a good one.